What is up again, YouTube? Today I'm going to be going over this RPK Molot parts kit that I bought. This is for historical and reference purposes only. I'm going to be going over the stampings and the serialized parts of this kit. This is one of the newly imported kits that was imported through Hungary. These are all parts, as I understand it, that were contract parts that were given from the Molot factory in Russia to the Hungarian military contract or whatever contract they had for this. These parts kits are very unique and hard to come by, and they're not very cheap. So I wanted to try to do my best to show what I have here and go over the plans that I have for the kit itself. This is an Arsenal RPK barrel. That is an Arsenal adapter, which I'll talk a little bit more in depth about. This section right here is basically the front barrel section that the front sight block and the bipod attaches to. This is from another kit that I got from my builder just to do some measurements, which I'll talk about again when I talk about the Arsenal barrel. So putting that up over there. And here it is in all of its glory. We'll take a closer look at all these parts and look at all the stampings that might be involved with what we have here. You can see some of the cut receivers missing, but everything else is here. So stick with me and hope you guys enjoy. All right, we'll start with the front trunnion here. You can see 1976. There's the Molot stamp, and the serial number is right here. You could see the stamping in there. You could see TK, it's like a circle with a 6 and a number 3. Coming over onto this side, you can see the proof marks. Serial number inside the leaf. There's also number 2, some kind of stamping up there. And a number 2 right up in there. And there's some cool stamps on the barrel here. It looks like that's some number 9888, and then it says 2222. And you can see the really rough machining. Let's see if you could hear it with my fingernail. Really rough machining, makes it look even better. So there's the front trunnion. There is, I remember seeing a triangle stamped up in there, and also right up in, kind of hard to see with the barrel being right there, but there is like another triangle, looks like with the number 7 inside of it right there by my thumb. Comes with the matching serialized handguard, 9863. Looks like a proof mark right up there by my thumb. Again, right here as well. Looks like NC inside of a diamond there. And at first when I saw this, I thought this was damage over here, but I've seen a few other pictures of the other kits, and there's one of those on each side here. So I think that's intentional. See if I could see any other. There might be a proof mark right up in there. Can't really tell. That just might be some scratches, but there's the handguard. Here's the gas tube, 9863. There is a proof mark right up there on top of the gas tube. Sorry, you guys might hear my dog snoring in the background over there. But we all know what this is. 863, match serialized number. We'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. Here's the mid-length of the barrel. This is the handguard retainer here. There are some more numbers stamped in right up along here. Looks like some proof marks on this part of the barrel where my thumb is. I don't see anything specific. There's a little dot stamped in the end of that handguard retainer. I don't see anything else on the retainer itself. Really cool, you can see some of the Russian paint dripping when they coated it. Looks like there might be some kind of proof mark right up there. Looks kind of like a K, but I don't know, that might be stretching it. And you can see the gas block. It's got a number 2 right up here. Spot for the cleaning rod. Nothing special about the cleaning rod here. Looks like there is some kind of a stamp. Let's see if it'll focus. Probably not. You could see, looks like a V right up there by the opening by my thumb. Starting with the front sight block, doesn't look like there's much in the way of proof marks on the sight block itself, aside from right up in here. Can't really read out what it has in there. You can see how this bipod functions. This sleeve is a little bit loose on the barrel, and the front sight block is what allows it to kind of rotate around the barrel. In the way of proof marks on the bipod, there's quite a few. You can see some. There's, it looks like the letter E, some other markings, number 3 right there, K. There's a proof mark in the bottom right there. Letter A, circle, K, TK, number 3 right up in here. A, TK, there's a circle and a number 3 right up in here. Again, sorry about my dogs making noise in the back. It's going to be hard to show you guys here, but there are some proof marks inside on top of the feet right up in here. Looks like a circle with a 2 in it, some kind of Russian character. And then on this side as well, there's a 3 circle with some kind of character on the inside right there. And then again on the back of this foot right here. So not sure what any of that means, but again, you can see all the Russian paint kind of overflowing and dripping on this, so that's kind of neat. So I don't see much in the way of the barrel nut, although right in front of my fingernail, there's a little circle with, looks like a number 3 inside of it. Right on that middle ring. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but I don't see any other kind of markings or stamps or any proof marks anywhere, so. Here's the middle part of the barrel that the cleaning rod holder sits on, you can see. Not much to see here. Here's the handguard nut and screw. Little proof mark right up in there. Here's the grit. Something that was noted on my 1974 100% matching Tula parts kit was the blunt ends on these screws here. Again, if anybody knows why it's like that, let me know. Not sure if they broke off inside the stocks or if that's just how they came, but my unfired 1974 kit had the same thing. Trigger, little proof mark right in here. Looks like that's the only one. Hammer. There's two different proof marks up in here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like look at the part while also looking through the phone here. There's number 3 and a little X inside of a square looking thing. All the small parts and springs, pins, everything right up in here. Let's get those moved out of the way. Move on to the trigger guard. Same thing with the 1974. There's a proof mark on the inside of that mag release lever. I don't see anything anywhere else. You can see the safety notches, safe, full, semi. This trigger guard is damaged from the cut. You can tell right up in there. But otherwise it's decent. (9863). You can see the proof mark right there next to it too. This is the plunger style, not the clothes hanger style recoil spring retainer. On the other side, there's some, again, looks like T-Y or something right up in there. Not sure what that stands for. And then nothing on the inside. Safety, just looking at a closer inspection of the grooves in here. I know the Tula and the Izzy's are different, so kind of using this as a reference for everyone. Again on the top. Looks like 863. You can barely see it in there. And there's a 3 and another proof mark somewhere right down in there. (863) and then the proof marks. Dust cover. Little ridge up here. rear trunnion. Some marks right up on the bottom right here. I don't see anything on the inside, but there you go. Rear stock. Nothing in the way of proof marks that I can tell on the stock or on the rear. And finally, the gas piston and bolt carrier. Just recording all this for historical reference. (9863). You can see some proof marks right up in here. It's like a number 3 in a triangle, and something else. Finally, the bolt. Proof markings up in here. 9863. Okay, so finally going to talk about this Arsenal barrel here to finish off the video. This is an RPK Arsenal Bulgarian barrel. It's made from Steyr. In my opinion, it's the best barrel available. They're not cheap by any means, and this front section up here is not the same spec as this Russian parts kit. Even though some of the listings online say this will fit all of the Russian parts kits, it will not fit this 1970s Molot RPK kit. You can see the barrel size drops down pretty heavily right up here. This is also made by Arsenal, and it's made to be a press fit on here, basically to sit in this location right here to offset the size difference. Basically the outer diameter of this part of the barrel. I think this would work if you're going to use this barrel on Romanian kits because it's more of a clamshell type bipod that clamps onto this. However, this will not work without heavy modification on this Russian kit. That being said, I've designed and in prototype currently a little press-on sleeve here that will allow the factory Russian bipod to fit on correctly, and also allow the front sight block to sit on, get it pinned, and have everything at the front of this barrel be correct to how it would have been if this was a Russian barrel. This is a cold hammer forged barrel. It's also chrome lined. Most of the US barrel makers do not have cold hammer forging. I spoke to the guy at AK Builder, and he said that he cannot find blanks that are long enough to make a barrel that is this length that the RPK uses, which is why, in my opinion, none of the American-made barrels are cold hammer forged. Being that it's a semi-auto, you may or may not need it. but I think this is the coolest part of this whole build because this is a unique kit. It's a rare kit. Might as well get it built as best as possible with this. So I do have a forum thread going with the sleeve that I designed, and I will be posting my results for that. If you're curious about it, check out AK Files. But yeah, this also comes already pre-drilled with the gas tube in it. So anyway, this is definitely something worth looking into. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, I should be building on this. This also comes coated, which some of the other barrel options are not coated. It's just on the white. So definitely, if this is something that you might be interested in, check out that thread and we can get this thing built. Stay tuned. As soon as this is built, I'll be having a video on my channel about it and just kind of showcasing it. Mbach Armory out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area is going to be building this. I live in the DFW area as well. So he's going to be building a larger lot of these kits with this barrel with my sleeve that I made. So if this is something you might be interested in, hit him up. His name's Christian. You can find him on Instagram. Hit him up. He's super cool, down to earth. He'll chat with you. And the great thing about Mbach Armory is their lead times are much less than what you might find at other AK builders. So definitely check them out and stay tuned to the channel to see all of this finished up here in the near future. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day.